So speaking of you picking Scotty for the Raptors Defensive Player of the Year and everything, do you think the Raptors still don't get the respect they deserve from outside of obviously Canada and everything like that? Do you think that he'll get it? The NBA will actually pick him just because he's on the Toronto Raptors,
Well,
or
I've been doing this, Sebastian, for 28 years, and
yeah,
yeah, there is a lazy U.S. bias where
yeah,
many times they don't watch the Raptors, or not a lot of our games are on U.S. national television. But enough people have league pass, and if you're doing your job and you're supposed to do your job well, then you're supposed to focus on all 30 teams. Again, I made a
yeah,
joke about the NFL earlier, but there's a lot of fans out there that all they know about is the Cowboys, and they're
oh
a
yeah,
mile
yeah,
they're a mile wide and an inch thick. If you're a real football fan or a hockey fan or a baseball fan or a basketball fan, you got to watch all the games and all the
yeah.
teams and understand who the real good teams are, who the real good players are. And look, bottom line, winning brings all that about. So right now, the fact that the Raptors are 15-10, and what are they, third place in the Eastern Conference? They're one of the top 6, 7, 8 teams in the league by record. Now, will they be that at the end of the season? Your guess is as good as mine. But for the Raptors right now, you just got to ride out the turbulence with the fact that you don't have Barrett in the lineup and you're not at full strength. But nonetheless, you have enough there to be successful. And that's what they got to figure out.
So, since the Raptors have been around for 30 plus years, I was just wondering, do you have like a favorite era of Toronto Raptors basketball, or was 2019 your favorite because obviously we won, or did you have a specific team that you liked more than the others?
Oh, I would definitely say 2014 to 2020,
Okay.
before the championship, even after the championship. I'll tell you what, the team the year after the championship, in my opinion, when the season shut down because of COVID,
Yeah.
was the third best team in the NBA at that
Yeah.
point. And quite frankly, I felt like they had a legit shot at getting back to the NBA Finals. Uh, there were obviously you had to, there were a few different times where you went head to head with LeBron and couldn't get past them
Yeah.
in those years prior. But I think 2014 to 2020 were just a ton of fun. And, a lot of it was just the fact that the organization ran at a very high level in terms of their depth, the development, their talent level, you name it. There were a lot of really cool things that took place. So that would be by far my favorite era.
So, I'm not too sure if you caught any of the Blue Jays World Series around this year, but a lot of people were mentioning the similarities between that Blue Jays team and then the Raptors team this year when they're on that 10-game winning streak. Did you see any similarities between both of them, or do you think they were similar at any point?
Okay. Um, uh, I would say the camaraderie and the brotherhood that the Raptors group has now reminds me a lot of what I've seen with the Blue Jays. And it was just Pat Riley for the Miami Heat has a great term. He calls it the innocent climb.
Okay.
And you kind of all come together and you share a common goal and you're all pulling the rope in the same direction. And to me, I think the Raptors have kind of represented that here early in the year. And I think the Jays, watching them play uh, this past year, had a very similar vibe and a mojo about them and a
Yeah.
spirit about them. So I think for the Raptors, that's going to be really important to maintain that vibe because you're not going to go undefeated. You're going to fail. You're going to have challenges. And a lot of it comes down to how you weather the storm and how you get through it. And that's adversity. That's resiliency. And quite frankly, I call it the level of exposure. It's important to get exposed. When you play good competition and they expose you, now you got to figure out how to fix it. You got to
Yeah.
figure out how to improve. You got to look in the mirror, not only individually, but collectively, and find ways to be successful. So to me, I'm hopeful that they can do that.
So before you got into commentary, I know you were a coach at Niagara. I was just wondering if if anyone ever presented you with a coaching position again, would you consider coaching again or
No, no, I have no.
no?
To me, at this point in my life, uh, I'm very happy. I'm enjoying what I'm doing. This is, it's funny when I look back. A lot of times you look back on your coaching career and you do it, and you're kind of nostalgic.
Yeah,
Uh, and I've talked to a lot of my coaching friends about it, and the big challenge with the job is the fact that it's really hard. It's really hard to win, and when you lose, it's just hell. It's just
yeah,
absolute misery, and it's a tough business. And if you're asking me about going back to college coaching in an era of with transfer portal and NIL, no.
no.
The pro game, I just I have such respect for what our pro coaches are doing, and I'm around them every day. I feel like I'm in a good place where I'm at in my career and in my life, and I don't want that drama and that headache. And I think you got to be incredibly uh, all in on that profession, and I was for a long time in my life, and I'm all in on what I do now. And I feel like I'm still coaching and I'm still teaching and all that because what I do is, telling you why it happened and how it happened and trying to break the game down and be a teacher and also try to have some fun doing it as well. So to me, that's been a big part of that. I just sang an event on Friday. Maple Leaf Sports Entertainment had a pop-up store at Sherway Gardens. So I did an
Nice.
appearance and signed the Christmas album that I have.
Oh,
So,
nice.
I guess my favorite song would be White Christmas. I've been singing it for oh, since I was like 10 or 11 years old. I sang in front of my grade school when I was like fourth grade, and I sang every year through grade school in front of the school at Christmas. Uh, I'm not shy, as you can tell. Uh, so that would be my favorite Christmas song. And then in terms of new projects, no, not right now. Uh, I've had people, my friends at Comedy Records that did the original Christmas album, have talked to me about doing another one, but I'm just going to let it sit for a while. Who knows? You never say never. But right now, I hope people are enjoying the current Christmas album that's out.
So you're not into any other holidays? You're not going to do any other holiday albums or anything?
Well, yeah, like I'm sure I'm Irish. Both of my parents are from Ireland, so
Okay.
maybe I could do a St. Patrick's Day album. I don't know, but
Oh, nice.
uh,
Well, we
I
look forward to that one then.
yeah, but I doubt it. So, but I do love to sing. I love music. I'm a runner, so I run every day. So I listen a ton of music on a daily basis. And when I'm in my car driving around, I'm constantly listening to music. So to me, it brings a lot of joy and relaxation.
So as of right now, what's your favorite song or who's your favorite artist right now?
Wow. Like now, I
Am I
wouldn't
putting you on
say,
the spot too much
no,
there?
no, I wouldn't say I'm not young and hip like you guys. So I listen more to like my genre is like the Beatles, the Stones, the Eagles, David Bowie, REM, OAR. Geez, I mean, I love Sinatra. I love,
Yeah,
Tragically Hip.
nice.
Like all sorts of. Um,
So
yeah,
yeah, different genres all over the board.
the Who, like I'm just all over the map. Tom Petty,
Okay.
yada yada yada. So
Yeah.
I'm more. I kind of stick to my age group, I guess, and I expand a little bit. But Yeah, that's kind of the stuff I like to listen to. You know,
Yeah,
Bruce Springsteen. I'm just randomly rattling
yeah,
off
rhyme me
stuff,
up.
but that would be kind of what I listen to when I run.
Do you play any instruments as well, or is it just singing you do, or
Well, you know what? It's great that you asked that question, and shame on me. I'm embarrassed. I'm 62 years old, and look, I will willingly say shame on me. I've always wanted to learn how to play the guitar, and I've been either too busy or too many other things going on, and
never
I've
too
never,
late?
it isn't never too late. And it's interesting. I'm on a recent charter with the Raptors, and I say to Scotty Barnes, "What are you doing with a guitar case?" He goes, "I'm playing the guitar." And
Oh,
I'm like, "Wow, that's really cool. Like,
yeah,
good for you." And
yeah.
I said that right at that moment, because Nick Nurse used to travel with a guitar,
Oh, yeah, right.
and Nick Nurse, literally he can play the piano, he plays the guitar, and like I'm jealous of people like that. I respect people like that. They put
Yeah,
themselves out there. And so I do love to sing, but you know, guitar, even piano. I don't know. I gotta get my head around it. But I'm glad you asked that question
yeah.
because to me, it's actually I have a list of things, like things I want to do, and that's one
Oh,
of them.
that's one of them.
Uh,
Oh,
so you never say never, and I hope I'm around for a while longer. So maybe I'll take it up. But I got to get my head around it.
so I look forward to seeing you on the next broadcast with the guitar, right?
I highly doubt it, but I mean, my singing's bad enough. My guitar playing would even be worse. So I'm not sure if I want to torture people like that.
So we didn't want to keep you too long, so we wanted to thank you for coming out. Thank you for being a part of this. We really appreciate it. And we hope to see you on another episode with us at some point in time, hopefully.
Well, guys, thank you so much. Thanks for having me, and I hope both of you and your families have a wonderful holiday season. And look, the Raptors, 25 games gone, and what do we got left? I'm not good with the math. I think that's like 57 more to play.
Yep.
So it's a marathon, not a race. So
Yes.
it's a good group. And I will say this, it's a really, really, really good group of guys, like high character, good people, hardworking, diligent. Uh, selfless, team oriented, and the coaching staff led by Coach Starko is excellent. They're a really good group of guys and ladies, and they put the time in, and they're good teachers, good coaches, and so I'm hopeful because you get to know these people. I'm very hopeful that they have continued success because these are people that you can root for. Kind of similar, you guys brought the point
So,
up earlier about the Blue Jays, where it just becomes a really likable group. But every likable group has adversity and things that they got to go through and fight through.
yeah.
And here we are right now at that moment. So let's see how they
Yeah.
burst. Let's see how they burst through.
Yeah, hopefully they have the same type of run that the Blue Jays had as well. We're pulling for them.
Count me in right now.
Yeah, yeah. And happy holidays and all the best to you and your family as well.
You got it, guys. Thank you.
Good one. Thanks, man.